Hey guys, so XrosHeart, good old XrosHeart. Let me start this video by saying it is not dead. XrosHeart is still a strong, capable deck. It's essentially Rookie Rush with Digimon that can just save themselves. And then you use those pieces under your Tamers to play your bigger boys. So let's just jump into the deck. I'll show you what I got built so far. So for our babies, of course, we have Pikmons. This is the only baby you want to run in XrosHeart. So its inheritance says when attacking, if the Digimon has XrosHeart in its traits, draw one card. So you just always be drawing with this card. That's what makes the card so important. It gives you the draw power that you need for the deck. So we're running 4 of him. It's all you need. We have Starmons. We're running 4 of him. He's also important for the deck. So he's 3 costs, 0 to Digivolve. He has 1k DP. He has a black bar evolution that says 0 onto any level 2 with XrosHeart in its traits. So you can Digivolve onto, even though he's already yellow, but he could Digivolve onto him for free. So he has an on-deletion effect that says save. So when he dies, you place him under one of your Tamers. Then his inheritance says, when attacking, if this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, draw 1 card. So just more draw power. When you have him under like Cross 4, Cross 5, you'll be able, or even like Shoutmon King version, you'll be able to just get that draw power going. So we're running 4 of him because, of course, you just need to have 4 of him. So next we have Sparrowmon. So it's a 4 cost to play, 0 Digivolve, 2k DP. He also has a black bar evolution that says he can Digivolve for 0 on any level 2 with XrosHeart in his traits. So Pikmon for free. So he says, all turns, while you have another Digimon or Tamer with XrosHeart or Twilight in its traits in play, this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. So it becomes 5k, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Then his on deletion is save, so you put him under one of your Tamers. Then he has an inheritance that says, opponent's turn. While this Digimon has Shoutmon or Minervamon in its name, it gains reboot. So, you know, a little bit of a future support there. Because in the future, Minervamon's going to make this deck really, really exciting. So yeah, we're going to run 4 Sparrowmon because you can Digivolve onto your baby. He's also a material for Cross 5, so we're running 4 of him. So next we have Shoutmon. So he costs 4 to play, 0 Digivolve, he has 2k DP. He has a black bar evolution, lets him Digivolve onto any level 2 with XrosHeart in his traits. He says, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card and 1 Tamer card, both with XrosHearts in their trait, among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then he has an on-deletion effect that says save. And his inheritance says, your turn. While this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, it gains Rush. So it gives your Cross 4, Cross 5s Rush and lets them attack on the turn that you play him. This card's very important, and you want him in your their Digicross materials when you're playing them, so you can attack with them the turn that you play him. It's just a very important card. He's probably the most important rookie of the deck because not only is he a searcher, he gives you guys Rush. So that's it with the level 3s. Now into level 4s. Here's Darulamon. So he costs 4 to play, 2 to Digivolve. He has 4k DP. He has a black bar evolution that says he can Digivolve onto any level 3 with XrosHeart in his traits for 2 memory. So any of your level 3s can Digivolve into him. He has an on-play effect that says, if you have another Digimon or Tamer with XrosHeart in its traits in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. And then he has an on-deletion effect that's save. And then he has an inheritance that says, while this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, all your opponent's secure Digimon gets minus 2000 DP. So, you know, he could just kill a rookie just by playing him. And then his inheritance allows you to just make your opponent's security weaker and potentially save your guys even further in the security. And yes, we're going to run 4 because he's just another necessary XrosHeart piece for the deck, of course. So next we have Ballistamon. So he costs 4 to play, 2 to Digivolve. He has 4k DP. He also has a black bar evolution that says you can Digivolve onto any level 3 with XrosHeart in their traits. So he says, opponent's turn. While you have another Digimon or Tamer with XrosHeart in its traits in play, if this Digimon gains blocker, and then on deletion save. And his inheritance says, while this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, it gains piercing. So he's your blocker. He's your blocker in the deck. And he also lets your Cross 4s, Cross 5s attack into your opponent's Digimon and get that security check with the piercing. Another important piece of the deck, all these cards here, all these level 3s and all these level 4s are necessary for the deck because they are Digicross material for your Cross 4s and Cross 5s. You want to maximize these cards in your deck. So we're running 2 more level 4s. So first we have Shoutmon King version. So it costs 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve. He has 4k DP. So he says, the name of this card is also treated as Shoutmon. He has an on-play effect that says, you may return 1 card with Digicross requirements from your trash to your hand. And the on-play effect goes on to say, while you would Digicross this turn, this Digimon would replace one of the Digicross requirements. He also has a material save 1, so when this Digimon would die, you can save any one of his Digicross materials and place it under one of your Tamers. So his Digicross requirement is -2, so he would cost 3 to play when you Digicross before him. And it says 1 Digimon with XrosHeart in its trait. So you can just add any Digimon, including your level 4s and level 5s, and place it under him to play him for 3. Usually what you do is you play Shoutmon, because then Shoutmon will give him Rush, and then you have a 3 cost with Rush. And if he would die, then you just place Shoutmon under your Tamer. And if he doesn't die, Or if you don't attack with him, then you can also use the use his other effect and allow him to digicross into one of your Digimon, and he can count as any digicross material. So I only have one copy of him right now, so that's why I'm only going to run one in the deck. But I think 2 is the way to go. I think 2 is the way to go for this card. He has an inheritance that says, your turn. While this Digimon has Shellmon in its name, it gets plus 2000 DP. So he does buff your guys, although I don't necessarily think they need it. It's still a pretty solid inheritance. I'm running 1, but I think you should run 2. And then, of course, we're running 1 Shoutmon Cross 4. He costs 9 to play. Costs 3 to digivolve onto a red or a yellow. 8k DP. He has Material Save 2. And then on play, draw 2 cards. And he has End of Attack that says, by placing all Digimon cards under this Digimon under one of your Tamers, unsuspend one of your Tamers and delete this Digimon. So Digicross requirements are Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Darulamon, and Starmon. They all reduce his play cost by 2 when you play them. And if you have that full stack, then he has Rush. You swing with him right away. You activate his End of Attack effect, which deletes him. Put all the sources back under one of your Tamers. Unsuspend one of those Tamers if you need to. And then you have all those materials back to play another big fat Digimon. And normally what you would do is you just play another Shoutmon Cross 4, but he's limited to 1, so we can only run 1. So we're only running 1 of him, which kind of makes the deck feel not as exciting, but I still think the deck is very powerful. It's become more of a rookie rush. It's more of a defensive rookie rush type deck now. Yeah, Shoutmon Cross 4 is so good that you still should be running the 1 of. And there still are ways to recycle him, so I mean, it's not like you're going to be using him just once every game. Right? So now we have our level 5, our next big boss character. This is Shoutmon Cross 5. So he costs 10 to play, 4 to digivolve onto a red or a black, level 4. And then he has 10k DP. He has Security Attack +1, he has Blocker, and Material Save 3. And then he has a Digicross that reduces 2 for each material. And his materials are Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Darulamon, Starmons, and Sparrowmon. So, you know, he's not as good as Shoutmon Cross 4, but he's still a decent card. He has Blocker, he has Material Save, he has Security Attack +1, which is really handy. Giving him Rush and like Piercing, and just swinging in and killing a Digimon, it can be super helpful. Sparrowmon would also give him Reboot, so he can just reboot and you have a blocker on your turn as well. So, I mean, he's not as good as Cross 4, but he's still a great card. And until like Cross 3 comes out and Minervamon comes out and all that in BT 11 and 12, this guy will be our main Digicross Digimon for the deck. And I mean, still, being able to get your level 5 up for 0 memory, and with Rush, and with Reboot, Piercing, it's still a really great card. So we're running 4 of him. So next I'm running 1 DeathXmon, the Broken DeathXmon. I'm sure you all know what this card does. So yeah, we're running 1. If you don't have DeathXmon, then you can just run, you can replace this card with anything you want. You don't need to run DeathXmon. I only put him in the deck for mirror matches and some other decks that might like to go wide, like Jessmon. Other than that, you don't need DeathXmon. But yeah, so I'm running 1 DeathXmon. I will tell you what he does. So he costs 20 to play, 6 to digivolve onto a level 6 purple or black. He has 15k DP. So he says, when you would play this card, reduce the memory cost by 3 for each Digimon and Tamer your opponent has in play. So he's just broken. He can literally just cost 0. If your opponent has 7 Digimon and Tamers in play, he's free. That's insane. This card's broken. He says, on play, when digivolving, digivolve 1 on all of your opponent's Digimon. Then delete all of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. He essentially is a board wipe. Then he says, end of opponent's turn, once per turn. Delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. This guy essentially deletes every single thing your opponent has. This card is broken. It's expensive, and I can understand why you might not have him in your collection. It's completely fine. I got lucky enough to pull him in a box, and that's why I have him. So I would not buy this card. So yeah, I just run 1 DeathXmon because he's there for the mirror matches and like Jessmon. Jessmon likes to go wide as well. There's a few decks that like to go wide. I recommend you run 1, but you don't need to run 1. So now onto our Tamers. So here is Taiki. We have 4 of him. So he costs 3 to play. He has an on-play effect that says, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with crossheart in its traits among them to your hand, and place 1 Digimon with crosshearts in its traits among them under this Tamer. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. That's really nice. You get to search the top 4 cards of your deck, you get to add a Digimon to your hand, and you get to place a Digimon under him. You get to set up for your future Digicrossing. Then he says, your turn. When you would play 1 Digimon with Digicross requirements, by suspending this Tamer, you may place cards under your Tamers as Digivolution cards for Digicross. Then with the security effect, just play them for free. So yeah, this card's very important. When all your Digimon die, they go under your Tamers, and with him, you can use those Digimon under your Tamers you can suspend them and then use those as Digicross material for Digimon in your hand to play. So running 4 of him, he's a very necessary card in the deck. Next we have Akira. We're running 4 of her as well. She costs 3 to play. And her on-play effect says you may play 1 Digivolution from your hand or from under one of your Tamers without paying its memory cost. Then, your turn. When you would play a Digimon with Digicross in its traits, by suspending this Tamer, draw 1 card. So we're running 4 of her because the draw power is just very powerful. Then her security also says you play her for free. She could be revealed from the security, you could play her for free. And then potentially draw a card because she lets you play Digivolution, not only from your hand, but from under one of your Tamers too. So yeah, this card's really, really good. I think 4 is necessary. You want that draw power. There's not a lot of Digivolving in the deck, so you just want that draw power. So the next we're running 3 is Zenjiro. He costs 3 to play. He has an on-play effect that says you may play Ballistamon from your hand or from under one of your Tamers while paying his memory cost. And then it says your turn. When you play Digimon with XrosHeart in his traits, by suspending this Tamer, gain a memory. And security effect lets him play him for free. So we're only running 3 because the memory gain isn't necessarily, like, it's not needed. It's nice, it's good to have, but more often than not, you're gonna want that extra draw power. Because what is memory if you don't have cards to play, right? So yeah, I think 3 is a solid number. You definitely could crank it up to 4 if you don't have like DeathXmon or something. And also, if you're really feeling bold, you could probably just run 2 of him too. So yeah, I think 3 is a solid number. So next we're running 2 of the red, yellow, Tai, and Kari Tamer. So they cost 4 to play. And it says start your turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 1 memory. If your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, gain 1 memory. And then your turn. When one of your red or yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to have all of your opponent's security Digimon gains -2 DP for the turn. And then of course they play themselves for free from the security. So I think overall this is a pretty solid card. Extra memory. And also, just by attacking, you can just weaken your opponent's security, which can be helpful. Your Digimon won't necessarily die then. You can more easily protect your Digimon when attacking from into security. So, I mean, it's a decent card. You could replace these with anything else, honestly. I don't think they're really needed for the deck, but the extra memory boost is really is helpful. So I'm just going to run 2, because I think that's all you really need in the deck. So next we have 3, Crimson Blaze. And Crimson Blaze costs 6 to play. However, it says reduce the memory cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each Digimon your opponent has in play. So realistically, this thing can just cost 3, 2, 4 memory. And it says delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Your opponent can't play Digimon by effects until the end of their next turn. And then security activates this card's main effect. So this card just shuts down Jesmon. It does shut down a lot of other decks too. Not being able to play Digimon by effects is so nasty. A lot of decks that use that are just completely shut down by this effect. Also, deleting all of your opponent's Digimon 6,000 DP or less is really solid. There's some cards here that can reduce your Digimon's DP, so you could potentially be deleting some pretty big Digimon with this card. So 3 is a really good number. I don't think you need to run any more than that. So next we have Fireball. We're running 3 of this as well. So Fireball costs 2 to play, and it says main. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. If an opponent's Digimon wasn't deleted by this effect, draw 2 cards. And then its security effect activates its main effect as well. So this is just a great card. Either you can delete an annoying rookie, or you get to draw 2 cards. And, you know, more often than not, you will be using this card just to draw. I mean, it's not that hard to play this card around a 3,000 DP Digimon. So yeah, either way, playing this card can be a really nice bonus, being able to delete or just draw 2 cards. It's just a really good card. Next, we're running 2 Blinding Ray. And Blinding Ray costs 0 to play. It says main, trash the top card of your security stack, then gain 2 memory. And even if you don't have any security cards, you can still gain that 2 memory. It's not a requirement. That's just an effect you do, and then this is just another effect you do. So this card can be really helpful in just about any situation. At the very start of the game, you could play this card and get 2 memory, play, say, like a rookie or something, a 3-cost card, and choke your opponent at 1 memory at their very first turn. This card is just really solid. And then say at the end, say it's end game, you don't have any security left. You could play these 2, gain 4 memory, and then play your Digicross dudes, play your Cross 5s, play your Cross 4. It's just a really solid card all around. And I think too, I mean, you don't want to be relying on it too heavily at the moment. And like I have seen like in Japan that a lot of XrosHeart players are starting to use these cards. Some are even running 4 of them. I think here in English we're not really there yet because we don't have Minervamon. We don't have any of the future XrosHeart support. So just 2 I think is a pretty good number for the deck. Next we're running 1 Reinforced Memory Boost. It's 6 to play, and it says main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Place one of them on top of your security stack. Forgot to mention you had the other card to reveal to your hand. This card is just stupid. And then place this card in your battle area, and then it has a delay effect that gives you 3 memory, which is just so sweet. And then its security effect lets you just play this card in your battle area. So yeah, Reinforced Memory Boost is a really good card. It's limited to 1, so we're only going to run 1 in the deck. Although I think 1 really is just the way to go with this card. Yeah, this card's really good. Being able to recover, draw, and then gain 3 memory the next turn, it's broken. And then another broken card, we're running 1 Sunrise Buster. So it's a red and yellow card. It costs 5 to play, and it says main. You may play 1 yellow or red Tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn for each yellow and or red Tamer card you have in play. And we're running 5 of each color of Tamers. I mean, these guys count as both colors. We're running 4 reds, 4 yellows, so that's 5 of each essentially. That gives this card 10 targets. So yeah, Sunrise Buster, it's limited to 1. We can only run 1 in the deck, and that's why we're only running 1. So that's my XrosHeart deck. It's not too hard to play. You basically play it like a Rookie Rush deck. Once you have your Tamers out, you can start swinging with all your Digimon, get that save effect going on, put them all under your Tamers. And then with Taiki, you can just use his effect to let you play all your big Digicross boys from all those Digimon you place under your Tamers. So yeah, I think overall, XrosHeart is still good. It's just not like broken now. It's not like tier 0 that it could have been. So that's my deck profile for XrosHeart in EX3. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can keep up all my uploads, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!